What's up, YouTube? I'm Braylon, this is Katie. We're the owners of 702 Print Shop down here in Vegas.
We taught ourselves how to screen print 3 years ago, and for the past 8 months, we've been running 702 Print Shop. Come along and see what we got going on today.
We have a pretty big day today. We have a lot on the list. First, we have to go get meta glasses so you guys get a good POV of our screen printing. We have some heat press to do. We have to emulsion screens, burn screens, wash a few screens for the week, and then just go along in the day of a life with screen printers. Before we get into any of those tasks today, I want to give you guys a little background story of me and my cousin, why we started this screen printing business. Back in 2020, we always had plans. We always hung out since we were little kids, and we always wanted to run a company, either landscaping, construction, anything. Well, this route picked us. We learned how to screen print all on our own off YouTube. My dad passed away in 2021, and it put us on a little delay, but we just got right back into it, kept pushing hard and hard. Now we've been screen printing for only 8 months going with our business.
Before we go get the meta glasses, we got some screens to emulsion. So we're gonna go head into our dark room and do that so they can dry by the time we get back.
Welcome to our dark room. This is the emulsion we've been using for the last couple months. It's called Chromo Blue. This is like the first step of screen printing, is getting your screens ready. Make sure you mix it up pretty well to pour that into your scoop coater. And if you guys didn't know, screen printing can be really dirty and messy, so we try to be as neat as we can here to give you guys the best. Let's pour that right in there. I always start with this side, not the mesh end. I always do 1 coat per side. It always worked for me. Some people say different, but this is the best way for us. After this, you pretty much just throw it in a drying rack and let it dry. Sometimes it takes 24 hours, sometimes it takes 2. No, I'm just kidding. It does take only 1.
All right, while he's doing those screens right there, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the emulsion. So the reason why we have this light on over there, it's because before this emulsion gets wet, it can't touch any light. So that's why we have to do it in this dark room. And this is the first step of screen printing. This is your most important part. So you have to make sure you get your emulsion right, get an emulsion that works for you, and then later on in the video, possibly today, we'll show you guys what it looks like to actually burn the screens and what's the next step after this. All right, next up, we're gonna go head to Best Buy and grab these meta glasses.
Yeah, there's a blue pole that reads Smart Home. They're right underneath.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You remember anything you just said?
Nope. He said Smart Home, they're gonna be right underneath you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right here.
Oh, right here. Hey, Meta.
Not quite. We do have them here. They're going to be at the bottom over here, just depending on which one you're looking for.
All right, we secured the bag with the meta glasses. So we're gonna do a whole video on TikTok about these. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, go head on over to our TikTok, 702 Print Shop.
All right, fun's over. We have all these orders that have to be out soon. So we're gonna go burn some screens. We'll give you guys a little tour of that. And then we also have a guy that just hit us up for some shirts that need to be done today. So I'm gonna help him out, burn a screen, get printed, and we'll go from there.
The first step we need to do, besides the emulsion, we already did that, but for design work, we're gonna open up AI Illustrator and load up our design that we are going to print. So it's gonna be a 2-color print. We got the black and the blue. And then basically I'm just gonna get this ready to be printed out and burned into our screens. So we'll show you guys how we do that right now. Now that we got our design ready, we basically have to figure out how to get our design onto this transparency film. This is a 13 by 19 sheet. So basically you're gonna feel it and try to feel the rough side. It took me about 3 years to figure out which side was the rough side and which side was the shiny side, but finally got it down. We're gonna put this in our printer. We use a Canon Pixma. It's the IX6820. So we're just gonna feed that through there, and then we have our designs ready to go right here. Separated out both of our colors, so we're just gonna print these through, and then we'll show you guys how to burn the screens whenever these come out. So we got both of our transparency sheets right here. We're gonna go ahead and burn this design into the screen. With screen printing, everybody does stuff a different way, so this is just how we do it and what works for us. We always burn our designs 4 inches down, and then just get this T-square, and we make sure everything is straight and that it lines up. So I'm going to get these all straight, and then after this, we basically film right here, which this is our exposure unit, just the base layer X series, and basically just looks like that.
We burned it for 32 seconds, so the design should be in the screen. All you have to do is pretty much wash it out now. I've washed it all out, so pretty much you just want to make sure you got all the little stuff out of the screen. We're going to do this one more time, and then we'll meet you guys at the press. All right, we got all the screens lined up, machines turned on, heating up right now as we speak. We have this glue right here. All you throw is a little bit of glue down, and then smear it around, just so that jacket doesn't lift up. I'm going to add some ink colors, and then we'll get printing. I always run a little test print just to make sure all the stuff lined up and it's a smooth print. Let me grab a squeegee. These wood ones are my favorite. Let's get it.
Perfect clean print.
I'm gonna spin it around.
We're gonna spin it around to our flash over there. Set that up. So we have 8 platens on this press. We run sleeves, kids platens, anything, but usually we have 8 adult size platens on there. So we'll be able to do 8 shirts at a time, and then one of them's always heating.
Alright, now we're gonna throw a second color on there. Make sure this is all lined up good. Which is good.
Perfect. And you always want to check for pinholes in your final product. That's like just a piece of lint, but sometimes you always want to check and make sure there's no little dots or anything that are coming through that you don't want.
All right, now we're gonna start printing these hoodies. Make sure it's all lined up. Black first.
And then
Right
throw it through the conveyor dryer, and then we always check to make sure. We use a low cure ink, so it cures at 270 degrees, but usually you want to be around 320 degrees. So we'll just stick that in there and double check it as it's coming through. Next up, we're gonna do some hats for a wedding. 4 different designs, so 5 of each one. So we'll show you guys how some of these look. Perfect.
Heck yeah, guys. Thank you for coming along with us today. It was super cool.
Please like and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions or want to learn more about screen printing or just any advice, comment it down below. Thanks, and see you on the next one.
Let's go. Thank you, guys.